What's up everyone, Justin here, and today I have a complete breakdown of the Avengers Infinity War trailer that just premiered at San Diego Comic-Con 17. I was one of the lucky people that got to see it so far online. YouTube keeps taking them down really quickly, so I was able to watch it. I was able to break down every single shot and like 99% of what is said. So let's get into this. Starting off with the very first frame, I'm going to go frame by frame, everything that's said, and yeah, let's go. So, the very beginning of the trailer starts off with Peter Quill talking to the Guardians. They're in their ship, and he's saying this might be dangerous, as they seem to be approaching an asteroid field, possibly an exploded moon or a planet. Mantis, which if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy 2, she's traveling with them now. She asks what happened when suddenly something big hits their spaceship, and it's Thor right on the windshield. Rocket then screams, "Wipe it, get it off!" Then they bring Thor onto the ship, lie him onto the table, and Mantis uses her mind powers with her little antennae, and she's going to wake up Thor. So then he wakes up as if he's just been through hell and back, or he's waking up from a nightmare, freaking out where he is. He then stares at the Guardians and says, "Who are you guys?" Then we see the Guardian ship traveling what looks like hyperspeed, and their destination's unknown, so Thor and the Guardians are heading somewhere. Then next we have Quill and Thor both look out of the front of the spaceship windshield as Thor says something is very wrong. We see a quick shot of what looks like Spider-Man, like a fireball that hits a bus, and then there's a woman says death follows him like a shadow. And then we see Loki walking, and then he's actually going out and picking up the Tesseract. So yeah, Loki's getting the Tesseract back just like in the first Avengers when he had it. Next we see a New York skyline shot and Peter Parker on a bus possibly heading to school. It looked like he was on the Brooklyn Bridge heading to school, so that was a pretty cool shot. And then he's also looking out of the bus as something's approaching possibly New York. We see something falling from the sky on fire and someone saying he is coming to us. Next we see a shot after that of Tony Stark on the planet / area where the falling object was coming down, and it looks like a real orange fiery planet where there's already been destruction on it. Maybe it's like a lost moon somewhere, but this is all going to take place in the cosmic universe, which is dope, like Guardians has and everything else. It's gonna be really interesting to see what this like fiery place is. Then next we see a panned out shot of two weird looking pillars or like alien ships on that orange planet, and Tony says, "So that's what we use," referring to some kind of weapon to destroy or take down Thanos. Then we see an amazing shot of 5 Avengers, Peter Parker in his suit from the end of Homecoming that we got teased. So either, I'm not sure if it's really the Iron Spider or if it's the Spider Armor. So we'll see which one they end up calling it. So he's wearing his new badass suit and he's maskless. Tony Stark is in a new Mark suit and he's also maskless. In the middle is Drax. To the right of Drax is Quill, and then to the next to Quill is Mantis, and all 5 of them are staring at something, looking very scared and worried. Next we see a very quick shot, a clip, something flying towards them. Then as we see the falling object previously on fire falling to the ground come to a stop, and then we hear Thanos' overvoice say, "Fun merely isn't something one considers when balancing the universe." And then we see some street level destruction back on Earth, with cars and buses on fire. No one's to be found, possibly New York. We see Gamora there with the wreckage as Thanos says, finishing his line, "But this does put a smile on my face." So going back to his line, Thanos says, "Fun merely isn't something one considers when balancing the universe, but this does put a smile on my face." That's pretty badass, so I'm excited with that. So after that over voice of Thanos when Gamora's in New York, we get a quick shot of Quill looking at an alien-like technology moving and saying, "Oh man," extremely worried and frightened. As a black hole teleportation opens and Thanos walks out without his helmet, just in his, it looks like he has his full armor, but he has no helmet on. Thanos then runs towards the Avengers, ready to battle, as we see an upside down shot of Quill. So Quill's on an upside down shot with his helmet on and his guns ablazing, shooting towards Thanos. As Thanos is jumping and dodging shots from Quill's guns, it looks like he's jumping onto like flying different rocks or objects. And then, so then after Thanos is jumping and all of that, we have Spider-Man swinging on in, and he's with his new suit again, and this time he has his mask on. We then see the Winter Soldier cocking a gun, and then Black Panther with a bunch of his homies in Wakanda, as someone throws a spear lit up with blue lights in a dark hallway at Black Panther, possibly Loki, and T'Challa dodges it, and he like catches the spear like this. It was so epic. Then we see a small shot of Scarlet Witch looking at Vision, very sad, with Thanos' voiceover saying, "I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately." And this last part I couldn't really understand because everyone's freaking out. It was unclear. But I thought he said, "I know what it's like to lose and to feel so desperately that you're right." So that's what I thought that the last part of that was, that you're right. The iconic shot that everyone's been talking about from Comic-Con is Captain America walking towards us in all black and a full beard. We then see a couple shots in Wakanda. There's big cats, like whether it's leopards or cheetahs or something, running in the grass, like really tall grass. Tony Stark in his full Iron Man suit stopping Thanos, or attempting to like stop a punch from him. So he's like using his like hand when it's using all the jets to go forward, and he's trying to stop a punch from Thanos, which is insane. After that, we have Tony flying over that tall grass. I'm thinking it's Wakanda with the big cats and stuff, and maybe there's gonna be a jungle/field fight. Next, we get a voiceover of Thanos again. I said, "To fail all the same." Then we see Bucky looking back at something in a warehouse or a hallway. It was really dark. And then we're back outside with Black Panther. He's clawing in some kind of battle with someone. And then we see the first shot of Falcon in the trailer. He's doing some like awesome epic fly kick like he did in Civil War, which was pretty cool. The next shot was Black Panther on the fire planet where we were earlier. And it looks like he's like landing a jump, trying to catch something or someone. So he's like going down when he's landing a jump, which was pretty cool. So after watching this part, this is what got me. This is a really emotional, it's a crazy trailer. Peter Parker without his mask on with his new suit. He's lying on the ground, like he can't move. He's laying down on his back, and he's just looking up at Tony Stark, who's crouching and like watching him. They both look really sad, and Peter's like, "Tony, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Like he's like on the brink of death, it seems like. It's epic. It's crazy. We then see Thor screaming as it looks like Thanos is attempting to grab him by his head, or possibly squeeze it and kill him. Like one giant hand on Thor's head, squeezing the shit out of it. Thor looks like he's about to die. He's fucking crying, screaming. It's insane. Next, we see a shot of someone with a lit up sword. Like kind of looked like that spear from earlier was blue and like had some kind of energy on it. It was like some kind of energy sword. It was crazy. It was like blue lit up. We then see a shot of Doctor Strange in his Santorum with one of his buddies from Doctor Strange, as well as Bruce Banner with them, looking up at something. We see another one of those pillars crashing on a planet. Next, we see a shot of a battle between unknown people on a jungle area, possibly Wakanda. We see a really crazy slow-mo shot, and when the music just goes boom when there's a slow-mo shot. It was Peter Quill falling as if Thanos just like punched the shit out of him because he was like falling down. We then see Iron Man gazing on as Thanos says, "Run from it." Possibly the final line by Thanos. I couldn't understand what this one says. I took him to say possibly. It sounded like he said, "Destiny still rhymes." Okay, and this is the epic final shot. This is the final part of this trailer. We see Thanos lifting his left hand with a purplish glow, using forces unknown, and screaming like grunting as he's pulling meteors that are falling as weapons towards our heroes. So he's going "Roar," and throwing meteors, and they're just like on fire. Coming at the Avengers. We don't see the Avengers. You see Thanos do that and then throw them. The screen goes black and we get our new gold Avengers Infinity War logo, and the crowd went nuts at San Diego Comic-Con. So I don't know when they're gonna drop this official trailer for Infinity War, or if we're actually gonna get this trailer, but you can still try to find it online some places, but it's getting taken down constantly, like I said. So who else is excited for Avengers Infinity War and the rest of Marvel? Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment down below what you think's gonna happen in Infinity War. Thanks again for watching.